Boxing Truth here. I feel like doing a preview of Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares fight. Tickets go on sale this Friday. The press release has been released. So if you plan to attend this fight, tickets go on sale on Friday. I expect a significant crowd on May 12th at the Garden at the Big Room. We're going to see some real star power that Lomachenko has with this fight, and whether he could draw in some big numbers in the Big Room at Madison Square Garden. This is a great opportunity for both men. This is the biggest fight of both guys' careers. A long time coming for Linares. 47 fights in. Finally, he's gotten that big fight that he's been yearning for, has been pushing for. And it all came with a set of obstacles that everyone involved in this fight had to overcome. But it shows that when in boxing, when there's a will, there's a way. If both guys want to fight each other and the parties involved want to make the fight can easily be made. Whether there's network conflicts or whether there's scheduling conflicts, it just shows you that when there's a will, there's a way for fights to be made. So this fight between Lomachenko and Linares, it's going to be an interesting fight for however long it lasts. Of course, Lomachenko is the significant favorite, according to the odds makers, at least a 5-1 favorite. Linares is a 5-1 underdog. So the odds makers see that Linares does have a chance. Not a great chance, but they see he does have a chance in this fight. And let's be honest here. I think Linares has more of a chance of beating Lomachenko than Rigondeaux ever did. Rigondeaux had no chance whatsoever. A counter puncher who don't throw no punches, and yet a lot of people still pick Rigondeaux to win. So automatically, a lot of people see this fight as perhaps a mismatch, though Linares presents a lot of physical attributes that Rigondeaux didn't have. Linares is taller, has a longer reach, is more of a boxer, puncher compared to Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is more of a defensive specialist who doesn't throw enough punches. Linares, not the case. He throws a lot more punches. He's one of the few fighters in boxing that can throw 5 to 6 punch combinations. So the positive into this fight for Linares is that he has a great ability to win rounds because he throws a lot of punches, because he throws combinations, he lands clean shots. He has a style that can present some problems to Lomachenko. In the uphill battle when it comes to Lomachenko, when it comes to fighting him, is the ability to win rounds. And I think Linares has the ability to win rounds because of the attributes he brings in the ring. Now, Linares, the issues he has is he's a little chinny. But Lomachenko's not the biggest puncher in the world, so it's not really the biggest disadvantage into this fight. He has soft skin. He can get marked up. He can get cut up. That is a big disadvantage in this fight, since Lomachenko is a really good athletic pressure fighter that knows how to land clean shots. Very good jab. Very good up and down rhythm with his jab. Makes you guess on where he's going to try to hit you. But Linares has to try to match Lomachenko's footwork if he really wants a legitimate chance at defeating Lomachenko. He's got to cut off those angles. He's got to anticipate those angles. He's got to anticipate those counters. He has to match the footwork to have a chance. If he can't, it could be a whitewash. It could be a domination. But Linares has the speed. He has the boxing ability, the combinations to at least make it competitive, make it interesting, at least win a few rounds off Lomachenko. He also has one punch knockout power in his right hand, which is not what's being talked about much. Linares can crack in that right hand. He can punch. He's a bigger puncher than Lomachenko. The biggest disadvantage in this fight for Linares is that his defense is nowhere near the level of Lomachenko's. Lomachenko's on a level defensively. So the question is, can Linares land those combinations enough to win rounds? Can he land that big right hand that has slept so many of his opponents in the past? Linares can punch. He's got so many one-punch knockout, highlight reel knockouts. I mean, he's slept a lot of dudes in his career. He don't just stop people. He has slept people a lot in the past in his career. Dude's got a shitload of highlight reel knockouts with one punch. Even in sparring, he's knocking cats out with that right hand. So it's going to be an interesting fight for however long it lasts. And for Lomachenko, he needed this fight. Linares needed this fight, which is why the fight is happening, because both teams wanted it, both fighters wanted it, and now it's happening. And it's the best opportunity each guy could have gotten for this fight. I mean, where was Lomachenko going to go if it wasn't going to be Linares? He would have been criticized heavily for fighting Beltran, which would have been considered a showcase world title fight, and not a fight people will be interested in seeing, since many feel Beltran wouldn't have a prayer in that fight, and rightfully so. Beltran wouldn't have a prayer in that fight. The dude just went life and death with a 40-year-old African fighter to win his first world title. So how much of a chance do you think Beltran had against Lomachenko? Would you pick Beltran to beat Linares coming off that performance he had with that African dude in Moses? Not many would. So Linares is the best opponent available for Lomachenko. He is the best lightweight in the world. He is the #1 lightweight in the world. Why? Because he's the most established lightweight in the world. He has won 2 world titles in the lightweight division. He has made the most defenses. He is considered the lineal champion. He beat an actual champion, unlike Beltran, unlike Robert Easter Jr. He's made defenses of his title. He's made a mandatory defense of his title. So he is the most established lightweight champion in the division, and rightfully should be the #1 lightweight, since Mikey Garcia has only fought once there, never made the defense of the title, had a good performance against Slack Teaching, moved up, beat bum-ass Adrian Broner, wasn't really that impressive, lost, in my opinion, to Lipinets. So he's out of the equation. Beltran won a vacant strap. Robert Easter Jr. won a vacant strap and has gotten at least 2 gift decisions in the process since he won that strap. So who is the best lightweight in the world? It's pretty clear that Linares is the best lightweight in the world, and now he's going to be taking on the considered best super featherweight in the world, who's moving up another weight class in his first fight in the division, and he's taking on the #1 lightweight in the world. It's a impressive run for Lomachenko. Only 11 fights, going to be his 12th fight with Linares, I believe. He has an opportunity to win 3 world titles in that career span. An opportunity to become a lineal champion in the division. And people still complain that people have him very highly on the pound-for-pound list. Well, look at the track record, man. Who's done this in 12 fights? Look at the other pound-for-pound fighter's first 12 fights of his career. It doesn't matter how long your career is. It's what you do in those fights. I don't give a shit if you had 25 showcase fights and then you started fighting good fighters. If you are accomplishing a lot, even if it's a short amount of time, you should still get credit and praise for it. Lomachenko is doing something unprecedented with this type of run, challenging for a third world title in just only 12 professional fights. But this is going to be a more interesting challenge than people think. Linares he's been studying Lomachenko, knows his strengths, knows his weaknesses, know what he has to do, and he's going to be fired up for this fight. He's going to be very motivated. He's going to be very determined to prove that he is a pound-for-pound level talent. He's shown it in the past, his talent. He's had some good victories in his career. People want to say who's he beat. He hasn't beaten any pound-for-pound level fighters, but he's had some pretty solid wins in his career. Oscar Larios, Rocky Juarez, Jesus Chavez, Anthony Crolla. has won titles in 3 weight divisions, and he's on a pretty good run these past 11-12 fights since losing to Sergio Thompson. He's had some setbacks, but he's been able to rebound from those setbacks and able to improve on his performances. The Luke Campbell fight wasn't an easy fight. Was able to get away with a decision. Beat Anthony Crolla at his best, when he was at his most confident and coming off really good victories. So Linares has grown, he's matured, he's become a better fighter from those losses, and he's going to be heading into this fight at his absolute peak, at his most confidence, with the most momentum coming into a fight, especially a big fight like this. Linares, I feel, will put up a way better effort than Walters, than Gary Russell Jr., who showed toughness in that fight but didn't show any ability to beat Lomachenko. He'll put up a much better effort than Rigondeaux. But of course, Lomachenko is rightfully the favorite until proven otherwise. You still have to fight the fights. Linares is going to do everything he can to win this fight. Fight from long range, fight from a distance, try to match Lomachenko's footwork, even try to be a little physical with him, as he's going to be the bigger man in this fight, and the bigger puncher. The question is whether he can land that firepower on Lomachenko. That remains to be seen. But I expect an interesting fight between these two guys. A chess match. A good boxing match with a lot of tactics involved, and both guys trying to offset each other. This is not going to be an easy challenge for Lomachenko. Linares is confident, fast, has power, can box, and he understands the tactics that Lomachenko is going to try to use to beat him. And don't underestimate Linares' ability to win rounds. I believe he can win some rounds against Lomachenko. The question is, can he win 7 rounds against Lomachenko? And that's going to be the ultimate task. The uphill battle that Linares will have to face in fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. His defense, his angles, his footwork, and his ability to win rounds, his ability to land punches and not get hit, is going to be the uphill battle. But expect a more competitive fight than you expect in this fight between Lomachenko and Linares. But of course, I still favor Lomachenko, but I believe Linares will give a great account of himself and prove to the boxing world that he was truly one of the best talents out there in boxing in the lighter weight divisions. Y'all let me know your thoughts about this fight. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.